Incredible Hulk 1996 animated series aired on the UPN network for 2 seasons. The first season was considered too dark apparently, as the second season tried to go more for laughs and was just a bit more lighthearted and sometimes even a little bit silly.
You may release me now.
Okay, but most men wouldn't be in such a hurry.
Now overall I have to say the first season was the best, and I think the series was good overall. But there were some things in the series that I didn't really like that much. But let me be clear, there were a lot of great aspects as well in the 96 series. I liked the animation, which was probably more advanced in the early 80s Hulk series. Now the intro theme for the 96 series was great, but didn't quite seem as cinematic as the 82 TV series. And the background music seemed a little melodramatic to me and sometimes just kind of annoying.
Try and remember! Friends! Hulk doesn't hurt his friends!
Friend?
The 96 series did have a lot of cool guest stars like Thor, Iron Man, the Fantastic Four's Thing. We've got to see Doc Samson in several episodes. In the first season, the series spends most of its time on and around Gamma Base, while in the second season, Bruce is always hanging out with his cousin She-Hulk, who seems to almost take over the second season, even getting her name on the title of the series. Now, we got to see the Greyhawk in the series, which was really cool. She-Hulk wasn't really all that cool past the first appearance. I thought she sort of played this sort of haughty attitude too far, and it got kind of old pretty quickly. Her character came across as really shallow. The episode I personally enjoyed the most was the first season's 10th episode, entitled "And the Wind Cries Wendigo," where the Hulk and General Ross have to work together to save Betty Ross from the Wendigo Beast. Now, after that, my second favorite episode would probably be the 6th episode, Man to Man, Beast to Beast, from the first season that guest stars Marvel Sasquatch, Walter Langowski. And of course, the episodes with other Marvel superheroes were very fun as well. Now, there were 21 episodes altogether produced of the series. Some of the cast and guest stars may surprise or even shock you. Keep listening to find out which superhero the voice actor from Pinky and the Brain played, and some other interesting surprises. Madonna did the voice of Dr. Bruce Banner. Now, if you don't know who that is one of the actors from the World War II miniseries Band of Brothers. He played Lieutenant Len Compton on that miniseries. That is a really great series. Now, it's kind of hard to watch. It's got a lot of blood and guts, and you wouldn't want to let kids watch it, but it really is a great World War II drama. Now, you might also recognize him as the sometimes bad and recently not so bad villain from the CW Arrowverse shows, Damien Dark. And he also played Dum Dum Dugan in Captain America: The First Avenger in 2011, and he's reprised that character for some video games in the TV series Agent Carter. Now, interesting to note about this actor, you really have to respect him for this. He has stated that he refuses to do kissing scenes out of respect for his wife, and he's actually lost work for it. He's also appeared in a lot of other sci-fi shows like Quantum Leap, The X-Files, and a huge list of other shows. Now next, Lou Ferrigno, who played, of course, the live-action Hulk from 77 to 82. He did the voice for the Green Hulk for the series. I have to say, after re-watching this animated series recently, they really should have let him talk for the live-action series as well. I mean, he really gets the spirit of the Hulk, and he's able to deliver the Hulk's emotional range just way beyond just the Hulk's rage.
Friend.
Now, Betty Ross was played by 2 different actresses, Jeannie Francis and Felice Sampler. The Hulk's best friend, Rick Jones, was voiced by Luke Perry, famous for his role on Beverly Hills 90210. Now, sadly, Luke Perry died in 2019 from a stroke, and he was only 52 at the time. Perry also participated in the Bible audio production The Word of Promise, which also featured one of the guest stars from this Hulk series, John Rhys Davies, who did the voice of Thor in the episode Mortal Bounds. John Rhys Davies was no stranger to the Incredible Hulk, and he had previously played the role of the Kingpin Wilson Fisk in the Incredible Hulk TV movie, The Trial of the Incredible Hulk. Some of his most famous work was that as the dwarf in The Lord of the Rings, the professor from the parallel world hopping series Sliders, and from 2 of the Indiana Jones movies.
God of thunder, mighty Uruhammer, open a portal through the very fabric of space!
Now, John Vernon did the voice of General Ross. You might recognize him as the mayor of San Francisco in Dirty Harry back in '71. He also previously had done the voice of Tony Stark, the Iron Man, in the 1966 animated series. He popped up in a lot of classic TV series like Fall Guy, Airwolf, and the A-Team. Matt Frewer did the voice of the leader. Now you might recognize him as the 80s icon and Coke spokesman Max Headroom, as well as Dr. Taggart from the Sci-Fi Channel's Eureka. Interestingly enough, he also voiced the Pink Panther in 1993, which I believe was the first time the Pink Panther was ever shown to speak. At the time of this video, there are many episodes of that series on YouTube. It's neat hearing the Pink Panther actually speak, but I'm not completely sure if it really works necessarily. Now, he provided an alright version of the leader, but sometimes the leader as a character in this series just kind of comes across as annoying more than actually a threat. Now, I enjoy seeing Frewer pop up on TV shows, though. I guess he'll always be Max Headroom to me, a super fun icon from the 80s. Even though the Max Headroom TV series was actually kind of boring, those old commercials will always live in my memories of the 80s.
Against that gray fiend, but not the green one.
Regardless, I am holding you to our agreement.
Oh, by all means, do try.
Now, Mark Hamill did the voice of the Gargoyle. You know him. He's Luke Skywalker and the voice of the Joker in the Batman animated series. The Abomination was voiced by Bull from Night Court. You know, Richard Mall, for 3 episodes. Doc Samson was probably one of the best characters from the show. He was voiced by Shadow Stevens, the famous DJ. And another radio talker, Tom Barry, did the voice of Gabriel Jones, the S.H.I.E.L.D. agent. Now, Lisa Zane did the voice of She-Hulk in the first season. She's popped up in a lot of things over the years, like 2000's Dragnet, Law and Order, and also did some voice work for Biker Mice from Mars. Cree Summer did the She-Hulk voice in Season 2, and she's done a lot of voice work for shows like Rugrats, Inspector Gadget, and Tiny Toon Adventures. Now, this one surprised me. Richard Grieco, best known as his role in Booker, his own series, in 21 Jump Street, did the voice of Ghost Rider in one episode. Now, how neat is that? Highlander and Lex Luthor voice Clancy Brown did the voice of Sasquatch for one episode. Now, this was, I knew it was him as soon as I heard his voice on this episode. It was Michael Bell, who voiced Bruce Banner from the 82 Hulk series, did the voice for Mitch, aka Zax, in the episode Raw Power in the first season. It's really weird hearing the voice of Bruce Banner in a Hulk cartoon, but being another character, it just takes a little bit getting used to. Now, the voice actor Maurice LaMarche, who voices Brain from Pinky and the Brain, does the voice of Doctor Strange in the second season episode Mind Over Matter. It's really funny hearing the Brain's voice coming out of Doctor Strange. You keep expecting them to say, "Tomorrow night, we'll take over the world," or something like that.
Right next to his yin and yang.
And just past the yodel, I suppose.
On the episode Helping Hands, Iron Fist, Iron Man is voiced by airplane star Robert Hayes, who was also star of a show like I used to like to watch in the 80s about an alien who teams up with Zerf's son in search of the boy's mother. The show was called Starman, based on the movie of the same name. Stan Man Lee did voice work for at least one episode in the second season as She-Hulk's father, Cliff Walters, in the episode Memory Lane.
I think you ought to go see the doctor.
Oh, thanks, Dad.
Please subscribe, hit the like button, and the bell for future notifications. Thanks for watching. Please check out my Amazon authors page. Should be a link in the description below. I've written and drawn some funny graphic novels, sci-fi novels related to my favorite sci-fi subject, time travel, and a few educational books you might want to give for your kids or grandkids. Currently, I'm working on a superhero adventure comic called Liberty Ace that is taking a long time, but I'm doing everything, the writing, the art, everything except the printing. That'll be up to Amazon. Now check out the other videos on my channel. I've got lots of stuff on classic television, from imaginary team-ups and what-if scenarios to TV facts and trivia, and of course a whole lot of Hulk-related content. Oh, and original cartoons with my own characters like Uglug, the Monkey Monster Man, and the Subliminals. Lots of stuff. Thanks for watching and have a great day.